crafty friends. Is it Wednesday today? It's December 8th. We're on day 8 of Holi-Vlog. Look at this, 8 days in a row, y'all. Can y'all believe it? I can't believe it myself, honestly. 8 days in a row. And we're halfway through the week, which is good, but also December's going too quickly. This is probably going to be it's probably going to be about the quietest time that I'm gonna have for a little while at work. So I kind of would like December to stretch out a little bit, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so welcome. I hope you're all good. Or I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're having the best day that's available to you. I did realize that I forgot to mention yesterday how I was doing after my booster. A bunch of you have asked, a number of you have asked, and I'm doing well. In fact, I don't even have, or haven't even had as nearly as much fatigue as I had after the first 2 shots. The second shot really kind of knocked me out. I didn't have any like sick feelings. I know a lot of people have experienced feverishness and basically they came down with the flu after they had the vaccine, and I didn't have any of that. I did have some extreme fatigue. It basically made it so I could not function for the rest of the day. And I think part of the next day when I had my second shot. But this time I had a not insignificant amount of soreness in my arm. My arm was definitely sore if I tried to move it. I always get it in my left arm because I'm right-handed. So I did have significant soreness in my arm, but I was still able to use it. I did a bunch of knitting trying to make sure that I was using the muscles and everything last night. To make sure that, or actually Monday night, I'm getting my days confused. Monday night, to make sure that I could, that I was trying to get some movement in my arm, because I know that that helps with the soreness. And then waking up yesterday and today, no soreness at all. All day yesterday, my brain was scattered. It was a bad ADHD day. Because I had a lot of want to do things and a lot of motivation and energy to try to do things, but my brain was just sort of spinning. Sort of what's an analogy? I'm huge on analogies. Like a gear that wouldn't catch. So it just kept spinning, and there were all these things that I wanted to get done, but I do 30 seconds of this and 30 seconds of that and 30 seconds. And by the middle of the day, I was just like, where am I? Who am I? What day is it? And I wasn't accomplishing anything, and just feeling very agitated and anxious because I wasn't accomplishing things. So it was weird from that perspective, but that may have had absolutely nothing to do with the vaccine. That might have just been a bad brain day for me, because that happens occasionally. I will say I'm not on any new meds. I'm still taking the same meds that I have been since September. But what I did do that was different, I have a few of the lower dosage pills left over. So I took 2 of those to equal my regular dosage instead of the 1 higher dosage pill yesterday morning. And I don't know if it shouldn't have made a difference. It's still the same dose, just 2 pills at half the dose instead of 1 pill at full dose. Shouldn't have made a difference, but my brain was an interesting place. Let's just say that. But in general, I'm booster's been fine. It's been totally fine. I am a little concerned that I haven't had more of a reaction, because my understanding is that that sometimes the reason you have such a reaction to the vaccine is because your immune system is just super on guard, and it's it just kicks into overdrive. So I'm a little concerned that my immune system's ugh, whatever. But I'll take it. I've got the vaccine, I've got the booster, and I'm also continuing to stay safe and mostly keeping to myself and my small friend group and that sort of thing. So it's not like I'm going out traveling a ton and interacting with a lot of people that I don't know and that kind of stuff. So I'm still being safe as far as that goes. So fingers crossed, everything will be good. So December 8th, what are we observing today? Shall I look at the correct date today? There's actually apparently not a whole lot going on December 8th, which is interesting. So Hanukkah finished up the evening of December 6th. So So Hanukkah's all done. Kwanzaa is happening later in the month. I have to find the specific date. I don't think it's going to be on the list that I keep using because it's a week long or a 10-day long holiday. So that's in a separate category. So I have to look up the date. But December 8th is National Brownie Day. I'm about that. And it's also National Christmas Tree Day. So those are the two holidays observances that I have for December 8th. So that's what we're celebrating today. Let's see, what else is going on today? I'm trying to get this done super quick and super early because I have a fairly long all hands meeting today, so that's fun. Meetings are exhausting, y'all. Okay, let's do some coffee. Coffee. It sounds like I've had too much coffee already, doesn't it? Okay, this is our Keurig super ordinary coffee box. I don't know what to call it. Next year I'm gonna have to look for more exotic coffee boxes, something that's gonna give me more interesting stuff. Let's see. So for December 8th we have Caribou Coffee Caribou Blend, which is quite a tasty blend, I will say. I do enjoy Caribou Coffee. Their is it Daybreak blend is actually my favorite. But yeah, so today is Caribou Coffee, which is tasty, if not exotic. So that's our coffee for today. Let's see what our chocolate for today is. Who is our nutcracker today? Oh, this person. This is a new one. Much more solemn and somber, I would say, than some of the others, with the dark brown outfit there. Not so flashy. So for our hump day chocolate, we have, I think this might be our first repeat. Yes, so this is the mousse with nougat again. So we've already seen me eat this. I'm not going to eat it on camera. I think actually at this point we've tried everything. Oh, we haven't had the orange mousse yet. That's new. We tried, oh, and the baked apple truffle. That will be a new one. But I think the other ones we've tried, the cappuccino, that was the super sweet one that was really delicious. The mascarpone that didn't really taste like mascarpone. The latte, the creme brulee. Yeah, so we're looking for an orange mousse and we're looking for a baked apple truffle. Those are the last two to taste. So I'm gonna set this off to the side and I'm gonna eat it after I get off the camera. That way we don't have to pause in the middle this time. So I will have my chocolate, I promise you. Okay, let's get into the tiny gifts. So first and foremost, as we usually do, we have the Stitchy box. So this is the Stitchy box Christmas bash box. We're on day 8. I have to remind myself so I don't open the wrong present. So here's the package. And that's rather hefty for the size of the package. I feel like that's probably a charm of some sort. Certainly too small to be another pair of scissors. I wouldn't be mad at another pair of scissors. How sad is that? Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay, I didn't expect that. That's most definitely that's more like a what do they call those in jewelry making? It's not an accent, it's a focal piece, focal thing. Y'all probably know better than I do. Look how shiny that is, though. That's very, very pretty. It needs to go in some piece that's going to hang in the window, that's for certain. So it can be a sun catcher. Yeah, I didn't expect that to drop out of that package. Let's see what the little tag says. So Liz tells us that this is an asper-leaded crystal focal. The focal, okay. A fancy leaded crystal you can add to a scissor fob or a fancy finishing, or just add a nice ribbon cord and turn it into a Christmas ornament or a fancy gift packaging. See, I probably wouldn't put this on a scissor fob because I would be afraid of smashing it against things because I have a tendency to drop things and squish them up against other things, bang them into things, and I'm pretty sure I would break this in a heartbeat. This is so shiny and prismatic and gorgeous that, like I say, I feel like it has to go on something that's going to hang in the window. I might have to think of a finish I could do that could hang where the light could catch this, because that would be really cool. So that's today's Stitchy box, and I'm just going to, as with the other things, I'm going to put it in my little Stitchy bag here that came that we opened up a day or two ago, yesterday, day before, I can't remember, but that's where that's going, to keep it safe, for safekeeping, as a treat. Okay, sometimes I amuse myself far more than I amuse others. Okay, let's look at our fangirl fibers. We got our fangirl fibers. And I don't know if I mentioned to y'all, so I have all of the minis, and then there's the full skein that's going to happen closer to the end of the month. So, day 8 of Winter in Stars Hollow. Let me just move that out of the way. Day 8 of Winter in Stars Hollow. Now let me say, after I open this, I really love the fact that what she's done, and I constantly forget people's names, so I apologize. But what I love about the way Fangirls Fibers has done their this particular calendar box or tiny present box is with those tags that I can attach to the individual skeins of yarn. I love the fact that she's done it that way because, and I'll show you in a second. Ooh, look at this. Okay, let's talk about the yarn, and then I'll talk about why I like that so much, why I like the tags so much. That's a really pretty, I wore the right shirt for today, right? That really goes with, I don't know why I wear red on the camera, because the red is just like, but look at that. It's so pretty. It's a very blush pink. Okay, so what is the episode that goes along with this? Pledge the Puffs. Season 2, episode 7. This is when the Puffs try to get Rory to pledge. And the Puffs are a secret society at Chilton that ultimately want Rory to join. And she's like, okay, fine, I'll join if you bring Paris in too. Yeah, so that's Pledge the Puffs. Okay, so the reason that I like that she has included the tags with the names and everything is because what I do after I have shown them to you and taken pictures is I get one of my spiffy little counting clips here. So this is just a bulb shaped, if I put it in front of the camera, a bulb shaped safety pin. That's all that is. I put it through the card and I attach it to the yarn, and now I have the color name, because goodness knows I have enough minis that I'm probably not going to be knitting with this immediately. So it's really nice to have the reminder of the color name and the episode that it goes with. It's really nice to have all that together, whereas a lot of the other boxes that I have purchased either this year or in the past have something more like this, where there's a list that tells me, well, number 1 is such and number 2 is such, but there's no way to connect this to the specific skeins without me going to the trouble of making a card and attaching it and all that sort of stuff. So thank you very much for making those little cards for us. I love it a lot. Of course, it also helps that we have that fabulous color of, you know, what episode that belongs with, and then I can tell you what episode it is for the most part. Okay, so that's day 8 of Fangirl Fibers Winter in Stars Hollow. Love it. And lastly, we have our Over the Rainbow box from Asylum Fibers. And obviously this is a rainbow fade, so we're going from like the extreme pink, and we've entered the oranges now. So let's see if we're probably going to be a little still in the oranges. I feel like probably 1 or 2 more days of oranges before we slip into the yellows, but let's see. That's the only guessing game with this one is ooh, look at that. I don't know if you can see that. I can see that. Let's fish this one out. That's really nice. Really, really nice. So we actually got to the yellow a lot faster than I thought we would. Because that's definitely a lot less orange and red than we've had so far. That's really, really nice. It's a gorgeous autumnal kind of calico corn almost. Not quite what I think of as calico corn because we don't have like the blue and the purple and stuff, but I still think it's a fabulous, fabulous autumn color, like a straw kind of color. Oh, which in fact, let's see. Day 8, If I Were King. So that's If I Were King. Which I don't know. I feel really bad saying this. I don't know the Wizard of Oz that well. I'm guessing, I'm assuming that has something to do with the scarecrow. Because that reads very like straw scarecrow to me. But yeah, that color is quite lovely. I really love the dark variegation there. Very, very nice. So we can be surprised. We can be surprised. That's nice. I like that. Okay. So that's what we have for today, folks. I will be back again tomorrow with more coffee and more chocolate. And so now we're just seeking out those chocolates we haven't tasted yet. So it's a game. We'll see how long we go before we get chocolate we haven't tasted yet. Trying to think if there's anything else going on that I should tell you about that's like special. I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's it for today. So I hope you're having the best day that's available to you. I hope your week is treating you well. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.